Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Saur Darkchylde, and welcome to another episode of Let's Replay Ace Attorney Investigations. Last time, feeling a bit of contradiction in Miss Mealy's testimony, we decided to question her once again. Only this time, thanks to the help of Mr. LeBlanc, we were able to find out who the real killer was and why they did it. Apparently it was Miss Meal, who was part of a smuggling ring, and she pretty much just panicked because the guy was Interpol and she was scared that he was gonna find her out. So, in a fit of panic, she killed him by pushing him over the rail, causing him to fall to his death. With that case clear, with also myself and Miss Tenero out of the clear for being the murder suspect, we ended up getting a strange phone call from somebody saying that their son had been kidnapped. What are we going to do about it? Well, we're going to see if we can find out what happened in Episode 3, The Kidnap Turnabout. March 13th, 2019. Oh, it's time.
Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement from my binoculars.
Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You can count on me, sir.
I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I was entrusted into a kidnapping case, and that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now, all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all.
Welcome to Gatewater Land.
Thank you.
And a big hello to you. I am the Photo Badger. Nice to meet you.
Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day.
Hello?
Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano.
It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a prosecutor. I know that what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
So this person intends to see me if I'm being followed, huh? Intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me on this one.
Hey, that's the governor's logo.
Edgeworth speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wandering around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. I've arrived.
Go inside.
What a dismal place.
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
Leave the money and go. Now!
I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't even catch a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives.
Uh-oh. Edgeworth, look out behind you!
Ugh, it was a trap! March 13th, 11:23 a.m. 2019. Random location. That guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who was that? And what are they talking about?
Split police!
All right. In front of... Meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Temano, the director of the powerful Zabibastu, the Animo Group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. his only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow.
What are you making such a funny sound?
Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
A kidnapper? Me? No way! Hey, I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope. Not after I'm after something much, much bigger.
I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles!
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of the night, hey, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine in the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu!
Great thief? And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu?
Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary at me, you know. This route goes through here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe you my thanks.
It's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell how nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief, yet you are really a thief? Are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. Hey, you think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have thought. I have a tough time believing.
I am the real genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrest you then, right?
What? Of course I mind. Hey, I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, hey, I don't know how can you say such a horrible thing to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu?
Yup. The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. But the title was only recently succeeded to me. So, I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't you worry. I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatakarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's only one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? And what would that be?
But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we can agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor.
Ah, I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Aha! Now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery.
Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here.
It would seem that we are locked in from the other side.
What? No way! I don't hear you, la la la.
Kay, do you remember where you came in from, right? You do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room.
Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Investigation begins. Isolation room. Okay, let's see. What is this?
It looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever.
It looks like a costume head to me.
I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh?
The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Isn't this my phone? Looks like it made it through the ordeal intact.
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Ah, but we do have a way. Right here.
Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time?
If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper. That's all.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set a perimeter right now.
You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta...
What's wrong, Detective?
Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me.
Who is this?
Shilong Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you.
So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case?
Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in the world of trouble.
And why would you say that?
Long she says, is the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning.
I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse of judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste.
Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got my hands to spare. Any hands to spare. As I said, a pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go in alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you, eventually.
You...
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of power.
No way!
It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Yeah, I have a name to live up to, you, after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out.
Indeed. This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climb this.
Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck.
Count on it. Great Thief Yaragaraku spreads her mighty wings and takes it to the skies. Here I go!
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
You're holding the blue... They're holding a blue badger photo rally?
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the blue badger, it's the whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot with every member of the family, you get a really posh prize.
Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that, that's cheating! There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Not yet. I don't want to talk to her yet. There's gotta be something here I haven't examined yet. Guess I'll talk to her. Why not?
It seems we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down.
It also seems that it's quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Next, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find through the slot.
Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in through the air.
I won't rest easy until I inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Is that what I think it is?
Hey, it looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnels themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Let's see. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in stature. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Okay, I don't see anything else in here that I can examine. Let's examine the boxes here. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box.
Oh, I think it's the pink badger costume.
Pink badger?
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole Badger clan with this.
What is this thing?
Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to about the clan.
Whatever. I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose it means that this is where they keep all the costumes.
It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't the Badgers the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater group owns the police from all those cases they solved.
They have all the power of the state, and they used it to make the theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuffs-shaped double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I feel woozy from just the thought of such a thing. And what have we here? Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. This is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
And something is what this... The something is what is relevant to my interest. Okay, we examined the boxes, we examined the key. What else is there? The lockers, I guess.
Man, why do they have to put the window up so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make their daring escape?
I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers.
Haha, that's pretty clever. You make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again.
Let's see. I wonder if I can grab the top. I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why did they have to make such glamorous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd have some sort of foothold. Okay. All that's left to do now is do some logic. Let's see. This and that. This hook on this beam.
You know, I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to that window. Come on. Even you have to admit when something just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather that it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping the floor panel propped up. which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open up as well.
Oh, I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp.
All right then, let's pull this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure.
Okay, let's see. I need to examine that first, huh?
Wow. Oh, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the scent of fragrance of freedom.
Then what are we waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
Alright. This thing is locked down tight.
Aw, fiddlesticks.
I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use that tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feelings of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
Alright, I got the secret door open, and now?
Wait!
Well,
Are you alright, Kay?
I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's alright about... Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. Alright. I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable?
Really? Okay. I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay.
Oh? So how are we going to bust out?
It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, I see. If we use this...
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well then, what are we waiting for? Alright. Hey, now we can get out of here.
Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage, am a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. It looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's, Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 98, 99?
Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir.
What the heck do you think you're doing, counting my cups up like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave them. And no one is a 1 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it?
Shifu! Shifu! You are Agent Lang, I take it? You, infidel! Oh, how dare you address our Shifu so rudely!
Lingji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget it to show the proper respect towards another person. Shinna. This isn't much, but please, accept my card.
Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return.
You all see that just now? Well, that is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind, and you'll get far in life. Got it?
Ah, that's right. Franziska did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhangfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case?
That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor.
How is it not?
I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? But you sure took a while to just arrest that one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you? Who say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief comes to the aid of his master. How cliché. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today.
Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Mr. Ackaby Hicks. Ackaby Hicks.
Hicks was like a brother to me. And now, I'm out to take my revenge.
Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask you, please, allow me to participate in the investigation.
This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom now, pretty boy?
How dare you mock the court?
I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
Who uses an adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him?
All right, man, and good job on the perimeter around the Gatewater Land. Now, just find the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed!
Sir!
Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here, and don't cause any trouble. Understand?
Wait!
Mr. Edgeworth.
It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here? And completely out of the blue like that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Great job, Detective.
Sir!
For losing sight of me and the kidnapper, and allowing my investigation to get hijacked.
Sir!
I look forward to your next month's salary assessment.
But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much a man Dick Gumshoe can be.
Shall we prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup?
Of course, sir. I think I would know the number of my own precinct like the back of my hand.
Then why did an Interpol agent just show up instead with an army of his own agents?
That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that wolf man showed up out of the nowhere, sir.
Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after?
Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir.
What is it?
Who is that? The girl over there, I mean.
I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday.
What?
Funny, I don't recall making you...
Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! Hey, it's been like that ever since forever!
Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role.
How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we've got a thief on our hands, sir! She stole my role, sir! I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence!
Oh, come on, it'll be fun! Like musical chairs. Harris, you'd better stay fast on your feet.
No way! I won't! I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl!
Okay, so that's it for talking to him. What about you, Kay?
Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around.
I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of the law enforcement in this vicinity.
It's alright. It's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing.
Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more.
So, what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping?
Good question. Since Agent Ling holds the authority to investigate the case now, this makes things a bit more complicated.
Aw, come on! You can't let that stop you. I'll even lend a hand, so let's go!
But you're a self-purported great thief. Are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an awful nature participate in an investigation.
You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any ordinary thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing.
What is this one and only one thing you're after?
Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth.
I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to a mass media, along with a card with the mark of the three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing was the truth. Could this child really be the successor of the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Mr. Amano. Oh, Miles, my boy! Hey, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned. for you, Mr. Amano? Well, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system.
No. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time.
So who's the old man?
This is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano.
Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly.
I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano.
What? Hold on there! Then the money happened... Then what happened to all that money?
I believe the $1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run.
What?
Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time.
Oh, it was yesterday. The call came to my house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy.
I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano.
You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that.
He definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities he's of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again?
How will telling you about Lance help you get him back?
Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from the person's relationships and behavior.
Very well then. And Lance is my one and only son, and he just turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off him.
Is there anything else about him you noticed of late?
Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver.
Your butler?
Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is.
Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon?
As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him.
So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends?
They said they haven't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping?
It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person's closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I'd better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head the investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by twiddling our thumbs.
I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin.
Mr. Romano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself.
Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy.
Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating.
If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it!
Okay.
So, what should we examine first?
Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only very recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will help us how they escape. Tell us how they escape.
Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there! Ooh, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off this investigation. You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something?
I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police.
Good. Now let's go. No! Boy, have I got the job for you.
Well, that was exciting.
Okay.
What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work?
You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you.
Oh, come on! I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me?
I don't recall offering you the position.
Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back.
Huh. You're the only one asserting that.
Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yatagarasu way.
You shouldn't speak so lightly about things you know nothing about.
Fine, whatever, you win. And go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say.
Even if she turns out to be a useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Okay, let's see. What can we examine? Hey, a blue badger.
Hey, it's the Blue Badger. Badger, get!
I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again.
Aha!
You uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir!
Aren't you Officer Meekins?
Sir! Mike Meekins, reporting for duty, sir!
This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches.
Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth?
I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time?
Sir, because I am not a police officer right now, sir! I'm the Blue Badger! And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids! That's never a waste of time, sir! I have a dream to become as big a detective as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir! I was patrolling the
what is that word? Soaringly boring bee?
Soaring boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot of making detective, sir. I rushed over to join in, but when I got there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread any trademark friendliness and joy to anyone.
It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit?
Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. Because it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir.
I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics.
To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor!
How long have you been standing here, officer?
Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir.
That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious.
And I've been here ever since, sir.
If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping.
However, sir, I must tell you, I didn't see a thing, sir.
I haven't asked you anything yet, sir, officer.
No. Oh, but I know you will, sir.
He's holding something. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements.
Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir! And getting into it, too! I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume! And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir! I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir! But I did see a badger, sir! A lone blue one! Blue badger, sir!
What you said just now is contradictory to the facts.
How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
This officer, This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. Let's see. Which testimony? This one. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement.
Sir, of course, sir! If that's what you wish, sir! Mr. Prosecutor? This little patrolman will wait as long as I'm commanded to wait.
You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw is not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you shouldn't have seen another blue badger wandering the premises.
What? Sir?
Then that would mean that there were 2 blue badgers walking around. But why?
Okay, that's all we're gonna get out of him.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there.
Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground was already pretty much dried up.
I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprints samples.
You know what? I bet if we follow them, and we might find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes.
I don't think it will be that easy.
Why not?
Look carefully. There are quite a few sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnapper.
Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing.
Okay. Logic time. Let's see. Costumes and second blue badger. A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is...
Oh, I know. Well, it's one of the kidnappers, right? The person who wore the costume got away.
Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are...
A blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger.
Yes, those 3.
So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh?
Okay, that should do it for logic for now. Examine where you found the footprints. Let's take a look at these again.
Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here.
Oh wait, this is already dialogue we've done. Huh. Right now I'm at a loss of what I'm supposed to do right now. I think I know. Now that we know that the bad kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier were on a new and very significant meaning.
Oh, you mean we know... You mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right?
Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of a badger.
Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. Let's see. Now do I examine these again? So we're looking for footprints made by a costume.
Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here.
They both do look like possible candidates.
This set is walking off to the west. It stops. Oops, I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here.
I think we can assume it's headed toward the stadium.
I wonder where the other set leads.
This one seems to be headed east.
Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I got him! I got one of the culprits!
Ah! No! I'm not a kidnapper, sir!
Down K. Clearly, those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. But our criminals were wearing the costume.
Aha! Maybe they came over to this garage or something.
That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could please step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage.
Sir! Roger Wilco, sir!
Let's open the shutter and see what we find.
Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Ah!
What the? It seems we have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man?
It's Oliver!
Mr. Romano, are you saying that this man is?
Yes, he's my butler! How could something like this have happened? Indeed. And why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly, before Agent Lang and his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right here, right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? From my courtesy examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound.
You sure are calm for somebody who just found a body.
It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, first things first. This is an unusually shaped pendant.
What is it? Is it something valuable?
She seems to be regained some of her composure.
It looks like a horse pendant. And it's got an antique feel about it. And it's really pretty.
Hold on. This is made of platinum silver.
Hold on, this is made of platinum silver. It is worth something after all. Oh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin DeVore is his name. It's a name.
Colin DeVore? But this man's name is... This is odd. Let's see. Examine the wound. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder.
So that means he was shot twice?
No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is an exit wound.
Nice. I knew you would figure it out.
It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where a bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. Let's see. We examined the wound and we examined the pendant. Let's see, check my organizer for anything that we got from this. Let's see. Why isn't the pendant in the organizer? We examined that, didn't we? Oh. I know why. There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim's name is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver DeCon. But the name on the pendant is Colin DeVore.
I wonder what's up with that.
I don't know, but I think we hit upon an important piece of information. There we go. That's it for that investigation, I guess. Oh boy, this episode's getting long. Lance! Lance! Where are you, sweetie?
Oh wait, that was somebody else.
A girl, probably.
Lance! Lance, where are you, sweetie?
Excuse me, but are you... But
Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with him. Sounds like somebody doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh?
Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance?
Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name's Lauren Pops.
His girlfriend?
Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and, we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet.
But
I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance.
that's a ring pop.
You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character.
May I inquire as to why you are here?
I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately. And I begin to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about a kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped?
No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true.
Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to her fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here?
Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. My man brought me up to speed over the radio. And I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. A guy's really dead. That guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect! Now! Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us! What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir! Agent Ling, don't you think don't you think you're being a bit rash? You don't even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins.
Ha! I have that kind of stuff. I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom.
That's your answer?
I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime on the streets.
But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake.
Innocent people? Nonsense! There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts.
That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes.
Heh! Too bad you don't call the shots around here.
As I have sworn to uphold the law of this land, and I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of the law enforcement?
How dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Zi says, every pack has its own rules. If you play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. Alright, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic.
Shilang's logic.
I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance. But even you figured that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of the law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right?
That is your reasoning?
Solid as a rock. Look, it's based on the philosophy of detainment.
What's this philosophy of detailment?
Ha! You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf.
Why the wolf?
Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment in philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor Lang Zi.
You think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous? Langji developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhangfa police still trains its recruits using its philosophies.
But thousands of years ago? Oh, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale.
Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world?
You want to put it to the test? I've seen a lot of bodies. He's in one being carried off in my time.
So what can you tell me about the body?
A lot. Even without autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy.
Oh? Then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct?
I can say that he was shot in a single glance. But even you figured that out much, right?
Yes, I think anyone saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Heh, don't pat yourself on the back yet.
What's that supposed to mean?
Langji says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer.
Is that right? And what would you know about the killer?
With your current gun laws, it's not easy to get your hands on a gun.
It would appear that you studied a little of our laws.
Studied? Who needs to study what every child on any street corner already knows? It's that Shinna.
The Federal Firearms Restriction Act.
That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days.
Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of information.
Not unless you're a member of the law enforcement. And like Officer Meekins is, right?
Hold it!
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you?
As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here.
Oh?
Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired.
How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time?
That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct an entire investigation.
The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekin's weapon, correct?
Thanks for reminding me. Hey you! Show me your gun! Oh!
What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden?
Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already! Sir! Sir! I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside the garage to ambush and kill the victim.
So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim? Do you, Mr. Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a little more scrutiny.
Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him with his gun.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is not possible.
What do you mean?
You've seen the crime scene for yourself. And while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean?
Aya!
So, you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene. And if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police and set the record straight.
Not bad. Head, I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place?
Weird? How so?
Hey, you! Your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What are you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me the lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But, sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligation so lightly?
Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something?
Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir.
Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened.
Sir, not you too. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger her mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role, selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
What is this Blue Badger mobile?
It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the Blue Badger mobile is just roaming around. It's just a roaming souvenir shop? Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream mascot.
It seems rather worked up. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self.
He sure seems sure of what he's saying.
You can try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer.
Sir! Roger, sir!
And I already know the contradiction.
It's true, sir! I wasn't assigned to this area, sir! I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir! I was also looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the blue Badger mobile.
Objection!
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies.
Sir! I'm lying, sir!
Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage?
Ah! Actually, I just had lost that track, sir!
Lost track of what?
By the time I realized it, the Bloom Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir!
Which would mean it was perhaps stolen?
And that's when I came back to this area, thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir! But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale like that?
And what exactly is so convenient about his story?
The car getting stolen? It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume whom the car was used, alright? To move a dead body.
What?
You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then, you're coming with me.
But it wasn't me, sir! Sir, the killer, sir! It wasn't me, sir!
Agent Lang, wait!
What do you want now?
We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is! You can't say, hey, we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth.
I told you, truth. Truth, Smooth. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste.
You boorish buffoon!
I think you need to leave.
What?
We need to get to the body. We need to get the body to autopsy. And you guys are getting in the way.
You would interfere with another one of my investigations?
Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here.
I'm afraid
The one doing the interrupting is you, my arrogant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice.
And thus that brings us to the conclusion of our first episode of Turnabout Kidnapped. kidnap turnabout. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Let's Replay Ace Attorney Investigations. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you enjoyed it and would love to see more, hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment if you want, ring that bell to be notified when our next video comes out. We do new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and occasionally Saturday and Sundays. All this helps my channel to grow so you have more videos to enjoy. Until the next video, this is Saur Darkchylde, signing off. Have a good night, folks.